So let's pick up from where we left off with our last video. In our last video, we had found that Michael preferred meatball 3 times as much as he did vegetarian, and exactly his value for the meatball half of this sandwich was $3, and the vegetarian half $1, and I have it here in the picture. And we also found out that if Michael was going to cut this sandwich so that he had his fair share on each side, that the way he would cut it is 0 to 8 and then 8 to 12. So that means he would cut right at the 8 mark, because this first half is what we mean by that 0 to 8 piece, and the second half would be the 8 to 12 piece. And why exactly would he cut it this way? Well, this whole side is going to be worth $2, and that whole side is also worth $2. And let me explain it to you, although we talked about it before. Maybe I can explain it another way. Another way to try to see that that's what the values of each of these would be to closely examine this meatball side by inches. Notice that there are 6 inches over here on this side, of course, 6 inches of this sub if we go from 6 to 12. And we know that that whole side is worth $3. But if we divide that $3 by the number of inches there, by 6 inches, 3 divided by 6, put it in your calculator, gives you 0.5 or 50 cents. We now know that every inch here is worth 50 cents. Every inch is worth 50 cents. So these 2 inches from 6 to 8 are 50 cents plus 50 cents, and 50 and 50 together make $1. So if you put the whole veggie half, which is $1, plus these 2 inches, which together make another $1, good old first grade, $1 plus $1 makes $2 over on this 0 to 8 side. And if this side is worth $2, then this side too, if you add up all the 50 cents worths over here, $50, $50, $50, $50, then this side is also worth $2. So that's how Michael would split it. Now all we have to do is answer this question. If Michael cuts, which piece would Stephanie choose? So let's go to our next slide. There's all of our information still here, but we now want to answer these questions, C and D. Now we have to think like Stephanie. So we have to think about how Stephanie feels about this sandwich. And to get that information, we know that the whole value is $4. But for Stephanie, let's look and see here. She's vegetarian. She doesn't eat meat at all. So that means that the meat side is worth 0. Oh, I didn't mean to use the highlighter. That the meat side, right, I may as well erase it. The meat side is worth 0 to her, which means all the $4 value is on the veggie side for her. So if we go back to the way Michael would have cut this, if he cuts 0 to 8 on one side and 8 to 12 on the other, it's obvious that the 8 to 12 side has no value for Stephanie. So she's definitely going to pick this slice 1, this 0 to 8 side. So she would definitely pick slice 1. And what's the value of that side to her, that whole slice 1? For her, that whole side is worth $4. So she's definitely going to get her fair share worth. And then Michael will be left with the other side. Okay, that's some examples like you might see on homework.